M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson now. Open man is Duvernay. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Smith on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the 1st down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Jackson. Open man, Watkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. After 7-0 on EA Sports. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That would complete to Prochet. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Forced out to his left. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
They're not even trying to do anything.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Wilson going to throw for it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And a good return, able to get out across. The 35 to the 36. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Boy, shifts past him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Again, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is DJ Reed returning. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And he's got some space here. And how about that for just running out the clock? A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 35 on second down, Wilson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. You can't block me, you can't block me. No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Right there. 54, right there.
Now Jackson on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd down and goal. Jackson looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. Touchdown! Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Carson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Carson again. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
I got to tell you, I'm shocked when I realized they were running the football at 4th and that distance.